friends, hello. It's the chef with you, which means you're on the Ivlev Chef channel. The new year is already on our heels, as they say. Therefore, in addition to training on Olivier salad, mimosa, chalazza, selpachuba, and everything else, you also need to train on a dish that can give you the opportunity to rock the New Year's Eve longer than anyone else. Without any fatty stuff, just boiled chicken breast stuffed with crab meat and a cheese sauce with basil. But in this case, I didn't take crab meat, I took crab phalanx. No one or the other, no questions. You can take shrimp. There will be chicken breast with tangerine sauce because tangerine is a symbol of the new year. I have two types of tangerines here. The first, these Chinese brothers, free the fillet from the tangerine just perfectly. And of course, His Majesty the Mandarin itself for the sauce. We will make the sauce like this. We squeeze the juice from a fresh tangerine, boil it, add a small amount of salt, tighten it with a little butter, and of course, add the slices directly later. In general, this is, a very tasty and healthy combination of citrus fruits with white chicken meat. This recipe can be made with either turkey or chicken. And by the way, friends, I may even have advised you to take duck breast. The duck breast will need to be stuffed between the fat and the skin. I once showed you a New Year's dish of duck breast stuffed with rabbit rind, green apple, and breadcrumb. Strained. Fresh. I'll put the tangerine one here for now. The stove isn't on yet. The sauce cooks very quickly. It's a 5-minute sauce. Next, we have cream cheese here. In general, to be honest, you can even take some mazik if you just like it. The mazik will still be cut off, and when you cut it, you'll get almost a Kiev cutlet. The cheese will remain. It is needed here to add juiciness to a certain extent to the chicken breast because we will cook it. By the way, I'll tell you right away that the uniqueness of this dish also lies in the fact that if you cool this roll completely, you'll get an awesome sausage. With crabs or shrimps. As always, understanding and knowing that you have a lot to do, I do not want to use a large number of products. Mixed. Excellent. This is the filling. This is for the sauce. Now we need to beat the chicken breast. First, we need to open it with a knife. Remove the small fillet. Trim it slightly like this, upside down, and trim it here too. Next, take the cling film. Many who are subscribed, they already know all these and many other culinary tricks, gadgets, life hacks that I teach on my channel. If you have just joined us, I generally advise you to subscribe. You will also have the same knowledge. It can be done very simply. Subscribe, put a bell, and if you like. Thank you very much. You've got it. Now I'm taking the hoe. Yes, I have a non-standard hoe. This is a professional hoe. It's incredibly convenient. It weighs normally, probably about 3 kilograms, and now we break it up carefully. Break the fillet so that it will be very convenient for us to twist it later. And the most important thing is that you don't have to cook it for too long. Beat it. I open it. Now a little more attention and accuracy. I put it in, add salt. To make it look nice, I want to add a little summer, and in this case, basil. And the green standard helps me with this. Bright, powerful greenhouses. The assortment is simply crazy. We lay out fresh basil leaves. Just in case, I'll tell you right away, you don't need a lot of filling. Everything should be in moderation if anyone asks. And can I add greens to this mass? Yes, I can. This way, I think it's just prettier. And now let's start twisting. This is how we put it first. And now we press it down, giving the air a chance to come out. Once again. This is the kind of roll we get. We roll it up again. Oops and populechki, we take it and continue to twist it. Here, if you see too many of any empty spaces, then you can make a small cut so that this whole story disappears. Now, like a candy on a Christmas tree, put it in a saucepan, pour in water, and set it to boil. Cook until done. At medium boil, I think 10 minutes will be enough. After all, it is protein. While the chicken is cooking, Ada is preparing the sauce. Friends, the new year will soon knock on your door. How to celebrate it? With dear people at the festive table. Following a good tradition and on behalf of Santa Claus, I am going in search of the best recipes for the most New Year's salads. Olivier and herring under a fur coat. Which direction to search for this year? Ha! Have you been to Veliki Utig? Have you been to the birthplace of Snegorochka in Kostroma? Will you and your team head to Fairy Tale Karelia? We start, as always, according to tradition in Moscow, move to St. Petersburg, Petersburg, then to Petrozavodsk, and from there to the homeland of the Karelian Father Frost to Talva Ukov. This is where, together with the winter wizards, we will determine the most delicious recipes for folk salads, taste Korean cuisine, try local specialties, dance, and admire the decoration of the residence. The fabulous New Year's journey begins. It's not time to relax, it's time to chop. Now everything is very simple for us. Here is fresh tangerine juice, and here are canned tangerine slices, salt, and of course butter. Definitely, the tangerine slices contain syrup because they were in sugar syrup. In principle, there is also enough glucose in tangerine, so this whole story needs to be balanced with salt so that it is not one-sided. Butter is a classic story when we cook such 5-minute sauces. Considering that the sauce is 5 minutes, we give it a chance to boil, cook for literally 30 seconds and start to tighten it with butter. Only after we achieve the taste effect and texture due to the butter, because the butter will smooth out but also slightly thicken this juice. We will only add the mandarin slices later so that they do not dissolve. The mandarin slices should not boil. No way, because they are very fragile and so they will simply dissolve and everything will turn into mush. So I was asked the question, is it possible to cook in cling film? Well, of course you can cook in cling film the same way as in foil, but if you want to cook in foil, you need to wrap the cling film first. The food film won't dissolve, nothing will happen to it, it won't enter the structure of the chicken breast, or it will evaporate somewhere else. It's a very, very convenient product, so I allow it. The juice has boiled. We immediately begin to add butter. Like the French sauce Beurre Blanc, we simply begin to stir slightly so that the butter enters, but at the same time reduce the heat so that there is no intense boiling. The butter has dissolved. Now we need to wait until it starts to boil slightly. This is where it starts to happen. This process, this is where everything will start to come together. The juice is already opaque. The juice is already quite uniform. It already has a color. And now I take and introduce tangerines. You can't serve it right away because the tangerine slices are very cold. You need to let them warm up a little. That's it, the sauce is ready. Let's wait. Chicken breast. Let's take, as always, some beautiful green structure. Oh, how beautiful. The chicken breast is ready. As per tradition, one asks goodbye, the other asks goodbye. Neat. Oops, bullets. Then everything is very simple cut. Now, if you let it cool completely, I repeat again, and the cheese will harden, and everything will harden, and there will be, of course, beauty. You can use it as a sausage or as a roll, but 100% you can use it as a cold appetizer. And now we have, look, what beauty. But that's not all. Our Mandarin Beurre Blanc sauce. Let's just take a simple sketch and decorate it beautifully with mandarin slices. And then, just like that, you can lightly pour this excellent, very tasty, bright sauce directly onto the meat, onto the fillet. I just have one big request. Don't overdo it. Don't give him any rice or potatoes under any circumstances. Give him more greens. That's all. A dish for the new year. Because all the products I use today, we love them, and very often, especially, we take them out for the New Year's table. My friends, the dish is so chic, so delicious, so interesting. I will eat it. That's all. So until next New Year's. Bye-bye. See you very soon. Where is my big fork and spoon? Ha ha ha.